Hey everyone, welcome back. In the orchard series, this is a quick update on the Arctic Kiwis I planted. I didn't really plant them in the ground. As it turns out, I just sort of healed them into this mound of earth that I had laying around because I'm not really ready to put them in the ground because I need to put a new trellis in for them. Where I was going to place the original trellis, it turns out the ground is too rocky, even for my auger, for my PTO powered auger for the tractor. So basically I have to rethink where I want to put them, and as to not have to just place them in haste somewhere that I wouldn't be happy with longer term, I proceeded to just heal them in. And so this is what happened. They seem to have taken off pretty well. They actually died back a lot when I first put them in the ground because it's very dry the following day. Super hot, unseasonably so. It got up into like the mid 90s, or mid 80s rather, headed towards 90. Uncharacteristically warm for a month ago here in New York where I live. And they just took a beating because they didn't have enough moisture in the ground. Even though the ground was kind of moist when I planted them, it was just way too much heat and very dry air. They lost most of their leaves, but what I did is the very next day when I saw that they had been beaten back so hard is I pruned them back very aggressively, trying to restore a balance between the root system size that was in the ground and what was left for foliage above. And to my my utter delight, they did sort of respawn brand new leaves starting like the next day. You can see new shoots coming up. So luckily I caught it at the right time of the year where the vigor was strong and the plant really wanted to leaf out. And they're all doing pretty well. For size comparison, they're probably getting on 6 inches tall, 5 inches tall now. One of them's struggling on the very end, is a little shorter. As you can see, the one on the right is a little bit shorter, catching up. The male is doing very good. The male is the tallest of all of them by quite a bit. It's actually drooping over, so I'm going to have to give it a bit of a trellis or something to start climbing, because obviously these are a vine-type plant and want to climb. And then here, what you can see is, in the foreground, these trees are 3 of the sweet cherries that I also healed in. They have a destination in mind, however, the area that they will be planted in is presently occupied by an area that's going to need excavation for running power lines and other utilities from the street. So rather than putting them in and then risking having to move them again, if I couldn't run the lines where I wanted to, I also just healed these trees in temporarily, and they will get moved to their real location probably in another month or so, once I get the power line all sorted out, which is coming soon. That's good news. It took a long time to sort out the power situation here, but I'm going to be able to run utilities from the road, from a pole on the road, underground all the way into my premises and fully underground all the way into my house. So that way, once it's installed, it should be a set it and forget it kind of thing, and should be immune to windstorms and typhoons and hurricanes and whatever could happen from that point on. Anyway, this is just panning out over the apple orchard. The trees are so small you can't even really see them from here. At least I can't on the viewfinder on the phone, but they're out there, all 60 apple trees sitting out there in rows. Anyway, if you like this video, so far it seems Arctic Kiwis do just fine in the warm weather. Let's see if you keep checking back in about once every month. I'll post a video of their growth, or maybe even every couple weeks if the growth is aggressive. And then obviously following back next spring, we'll see if they survive the winters here, if there's a bad winter. All right, thanks for your continued interest in the orchard series. If you think somebody might enjoy this video, click like and subscribe, or share it with your friends. And spread the good word about planting cool plants that you want to have growing in your area.